Hi, welcome to Chop House Chefs, located in Oxford's own Michigan Ribbon Chop House. I'm Chef Chris Caff.
And I'm Chef Ryan King.
Today we're going to do some of our appetizers that we're serving before our entrees.
We're going to start off with key lime mussels, one of our signature type of appetizers using fresh mussels along with amazing fresh ingredients.
And I'm going to be doing the fried green tomatoes, one of our best-selling apps. We got crab, blue cheese, and a southern-style panko breading.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
You ready to do this?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right, today I'm going to make the fried green tomatoes, one of our signature appetizers. Lots of people get this. Love it. So we're going to start off with breading our fried greens, fresh fruit, or fresh vegetables. This is our 3-step breading. We got our seasoned flour, that's house recipe. We got our egg wash, and then we got our panko season, southern style. So we're going to lightly coat each tomato. Have a dry hand and a wet hand. Once we dunk the egg wash and get it coated, we're able to get the panko to stick on. And we are breaded and ready to go. Now, on our fried green tomatoes, we do a house blue cheese. All of our stuff in-house is from scratch, even the dressings that we put in our salads. To start off the blue cheese, we're going to start with mayo. We got sour cream, milk, blue cheese, white vinegar, and granulated garlic. So we're just going to put them all in at once and mix vigorously. And it's going to be a nice chunky dressing that's going to be the base of the dish. Once this is all incorporated, we're going to start heating up our crab. Going to get our pan ready to roll, preheated. I'm going to do oil. And while the crab is working, I'm going to go drop the fried greens. For an appetizer, we do 8 fried green tomatoes breaded at a temperature of 325 in our fryer. We're going to drop them individually to keep from sticking. And these take about 2 minutes to cook until they're nice and golden brown. So we're not really looking for any color on the crab, just a little golden brown to know that we cooked all the way through. We're going to set that aside. Let me go grab those fried greens, and then we're going to pull them and let some of that grease run off. We've got a little pad here so that we don't get so much grease on the plate. We're going to let them dry off there. Each one is evenly coated, so each bite is the same. Then we're going to assemble. We have our blue cheese on the bottom, and I like to take the smallest from the tomato and put it as a base. And then we're going to top with more blue cheese. Then we're going to layer it again with fried greens and stack. More blue cheese. Then we're going to add our crab. On top. Balsamic reduction. Drizzled over. Garnished with chives and a lemon. That's our fried green tomato.
What we're going to do for our second appetizer in this episode is our tequila lime mussels. You want to start with nice fresh mussels. First thing we're going to do is make compound butter to flavor the whole dish. I'm going to start with this is probably about a 1/4 pound of butter. Get the nice soft stuff here. And then what we're going to do is the juice of 2 lemons. If you want to get the juice out a little bit better, give them a little roll. Help break up the insides of them a little bit. And you want to juice that right into there like that. Lots of citrus. Citrus, besides giving it a citrus flavor, will also help other flavors pop a little bit more. Lemon juice. You want 1 whole lime and 1/2 of a lemon. All right, next thing, you want to heat up your pan. Nice medium-high heat. We're going to start with the rest of the ingredients. We're going to also put in here some chopped garlic. Cayenne pepper for a little heat. And salt. You want to mix all that in really well. And if you're really brave, you can get your hand in here and do it too. It doesn't have to be completely mixed. Once you get it on the heat, it'll help emulsify it. You don't have to worry about mixing it too much. And the star of the show, tequila. You want to get an ounce of tequila. Okay, pan on the heat. You want to add the juice and the butter with all the seasonings. Once that comes to a boil, you're going to go ahead and add your mussels right away. Once everything starts getting a little happy, you're going to add your tequila. Go ahead and let your alcohol flame off a little. And you're going to cap it. That'll help steam the mussels. You don't want to overcook your mussels because they're going to be very tough and chewy if you do. Now while that's cooking, the next part we're going to do is, this is our mussels and fries, so we're going to drop the French fries. You want your fries to be a nice golden brown. And we're going to season them with a little salt afterwards. 6 to 7 minutes. And you can already see how nice sauce is starting to form. We're going to add a little parsley in there just for some color. Everyone always eats with their eyes first. We're going to turn down the heat a little bit and cap it again. We're going to check on our fries again here next. With the texture of the mussels, you want to get your fries nice and crispy so there's a different contrast in tastes and textures. As soon as your fries come out of the deep fryer, you want to hit them with some salt right away. Helps the salt stick. Okay, we're going to come back to our mussels. If you're looking at your mussels, you want them all to be open. And how we're looking right now, they are. Turn your mussels off. Give them a quick toss. Get all that flavor all over each mussel. Careful, your pan might be hot. You're right here into your bowl. Next thing is our fries. Put those right on top, right over the mussels. And we do have a lot of nice fresh ingredients here to help freshen it up even more. I'm going to add some freshly diced tomato. This adds a nice, fresh, clean flavor to the whole dish. Top it with some chives for color. And here at the restaurant, we also serve it with a side of our garlic aioli and a nice lemon wedge if you like any more lemon on your mussels. And there you have it, our tequila lime mussels here at the Chop House.
So thank you for joining us on Chop House Chefs, where we prepared some appetizers with fresh ingredients, the fried green tomato,
And our tequila lime mussels.
So join us on OCCTV.org or Channel 97 on Charter. Like us on Facebook. Hi, welcome to Chop House Chefs, located in Oxford's own Michigan Ribbon Chop House. I'm Chef Chris Gaff.
And I'm Chef Ryan King.
Today we're going to highlight some of our signature entree dishes. Today I'll be preparing a barbecue shrimp, Louisiana style, Southern style barbecue sauce, one of my favorite dishes.
And I'm going to be showing you guys the Mad Hatter with our famous hand-cut filet made from certified Angus beef. It's one of the things we're known for. So stick around, you want to check that out.
Ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Alright, so we're doing the barbecue shrimp. Now, part of Chop House tradition, everything in-house is from scratch. So with a Southern style barbecue sauce like this, we're going to start off with butter. We're going to have our paprika, our garlic, Worcestershire, and that Chop House blend. We're going to also add some Tabasco sauce for flavor. So with most compound butters, we're going to start with softened butter. And then we're going to add in all of our ingredients. Fresh garlic, Chop House blend, and a splash of Tabasco. And then we're going to whip it until it incorporates throughout the butter. And then once we are all incorporated, we are ready to start our shrimp. Alright, so we're going to butterfly some 1315 tiger shrimp. These shrimp come from the Gulf, part of the Louisiana style. We try to stay in that general area. 1315 is the unit of measure per pound. So there's 13 to 15 shrimp per pound, bigger size. If you get like a 20, 25 count, they're going to be smaller shrimp. 1350 are going to be better for butterflying and look better on a plate. Now to butterfly, we already have it deshelled and deveined. We're going to take the knife to the top and we're going to make a slight incision to there until it looks like a butterfly. Our seafood comes from a company in Chicago that gets fresh fish daily. So most of the salmon cuts and snapper, grouper cuts we do are all going to be from full fillets that we have to break down ourselves. And I'm done. So once our pan's hot enough, just before smoking point, we're going to add our shrimp. Now, since we butterflied them, it's going to take a little quicker to cook them, which is going to be the end result of faster food. So as the shrimp go into tight seas, we know they're getting close to cook. The first thing we're going to do is deglaze it with light beer. The reason we choose light beer is because it doesn't add as much flavor to the sauce. It doesn't overbear the butter itself. Deglazing the pan, we're taking some of the shrimp flavor that's stuck to the pan, releasing it so we have a more flavorful butter. We're going to let the beer reduce to about half of what we poured in there. Shrimp's about 50% the way there. And now we're going to add a good hunk of our butter. Now what we're going to do is just try to keep mounting the butter into the sauce or into the beer. And you'll see the color change from all the flavor releasing out into it. Now, while we're doing that, we'll get our plate going. We got our home-style mashed potatoes. They're red skin potatoes, full skin on. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So as that butter starts to melt and we're almost cooked, I'm going to squeeze a little lemon for that citrus flavor on the shrimp. All right. So as our shrimp is cooked, we're going to begin to plate up on our house-style mash. And we like to press it into the mash to get them to stand up. It makes it look a lot better than just laying it down. And then to finish it, we're going to pour a little of our butter over the gravy, or over the mash. And then take a little of the goodness with all the seasoning and garlic, put it on top. Sprinkle with some chives and our garlic bread. And that's our barbecue shrimp.
Okay, what I'm going to be starting with here first on this episode for the second entree is we have a whole tenderloin, CAB filet. Everything we do is hand cut. Come in smaller primals like this, and I'll show you how to break it down real fast. We've already taken a lot of the silver skin and some fat off. Fillets, you want minimal fat. We just have a little bit of silver skin and sinew here. You want to take that out so it's a little more palatable. You want to always use a nice sharp knife. And then for presentation purposes, on this tail end here, we want to take these off. And then here in the restaurant, we use these for other things. And then you can cut these however you want. You're going to go straight down through here like this. Let's see how this goes here. Here in the restaurant, we usually get 6 fillets out of here. Then if you can't get one more, you can just start getting smaller ones. And we'll save that off to the side. Pick your nicest one, especially for presentation purposes. Nice center cut fillet is always nice. And I'll show you how to do this here. Season and fillet with our special seasonings. You want to season it very well. 50% of your seasoning is going to come off whenever you grill it. Make sure you evenly coat it. Seasoning is one of the most important parts of cooking. You just want to throw it on the grill. All right, next up, I'm going to show you how to start our paradise sauce, which is the sauce underneath of our Mad Hatter. I'm going to start with a little bit of butter. Let your butter melt a little bit. And we're going to start off with a little bit of minced garlic. We're going to let the garlic cook for at least a few seconds to get rid of the raw flavor, so it mellows the flavor out a little bit. And then once that's going, I have sherry. We're going to add that next. Turn up your heat, and you want to reduce that by half. Once that's started, we're going to add bay leaves and some seasoning. Peppercorns. And a lobster reduction. Once all those ingredients are mixed together, you want to turn this to a lower heat and let it reduce by itself. We'll come back to this here in a little bit. Next up, our Mad Hatter also comes with 2 fried green tomatoes. Start out in our seasoned flour. Next into egg wash. And then our special panko breading. Very southern style. You want to pat them down in here so they're nice and evenly coated. And we're going to walk them down here to our deep fryer. We're just going to wait a few minutes to drop those so they're fresh when we're ready to assemble the plate. Next, we're going to come back to our paradise sauce. Finish it up after you've let it reduce by about half. And this is just simple cornstarch and water to help thicken it. When you're thickening with cornstarch, you want this to come up to a boil. Bring down your heat a little. And stir in your cornstarch. That'll help tighten it up the rest of the way. And then just let that thicken until a nice sauce consistency. Let me check on our steak here next. 2 minutes, that'll be ready to go. Our sauce is about ready. One of the last components before we're ready to assemble is our lump crab meat. I'm going to start with a little bit of butter for flavor. Heat your pan up. Our paradise sauce is done. While it's heating up, we'll get our plate ready. When your steak is done to the doneness that you'd like, you want to let it rest. Okay, once your butter is heated, we're going to throw our jumbo lump crab in there just to heat it through. First thing we want to do, put some of our sauce on the bottom of the plate. You want to put just enough sauce so that you have enough for every bite of the steak. And after your steak's rested for about 3 to 4 minutes, you're going to put it on top of the sauce. Meanwhile, we're going to fry our green tomatoes. Those fried green tomatoes are going to take about 2 minutes. You always want to make sure your presentation looks nice and a nice pick to hold everything together. You always want to have a towel to drain your grease for your green tomatoes. You want your fried green tomatoes to get to a nice golden brown and to cook them slightly in the center. You want to let them drain very nice. Fryer. And onto your towel. Take one fried green tomato right on top. Your steak. Nice crab meat on top of that. One more green tomato. Pick it so everything stays together really nice. And then we're going to finish this with our balsamic reduction. And a little parsley. And then you're ready to come in and enjoy it here at the Chop House.
So, thank you for joining us on Chop House Chefs, where we prepared some of our signature entrees. Barbecue shrimp with fresh Gulf shrimp.
And our Mad Hatter with lump crab and our famous CAB filet.
So join us on OCCTV.org or Channel 97 Charter. Like us on Facebook.